So I know a lot of people out there don't like WWE Unreal. I know that they want to protect the business, that kayfabe needs to stay alive and all this stuff, and there's no reason to go behind the scenes and tell everybody that, professional wrestling is a work. I get it. I understand that perspective. But I will say this to you. I'm gonna restart here on this one. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, breathe. Mm. So I know a lot of people are not a fan of the WWE Unreal Series. I know there's people out there that think that kayfabe needs to stay alive. There's no reason for WWE, who tells its fans they want them to believe in their storylines, to then peel back the curtain and tell everybody that it's not real. But I will say this, if you do not want to know about the behind the scenes things of WWE and you're on the internet, it's pretty hard to avoid because of spoilers and rumors and all that. But if you don't want to watch the documentary, just don't watch it. It's not going to be for everybody. But for even a casual wrestling fan like me, and again, I call myself a casual only because I do watch WWE. I don't watch AEW. I don't watch TNA. I don't watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't watch NXT. The only WWE I don't watch Evolve. The only WWE I watch are Raw, SmackDown, and the PLEs. And I enjoy my wrestling that way. But I also enjoy the behind the scenes aspect of how did we get here, right? I like seeing wrestlers playing spots. I talked about this when I went over season one. I like seeing wrestlers playing spots. I like seeing them execute a vision. I like seeing, how they get from one story to another. Because I've always thought that wrestling, while good matches are important, I've said this before, a match can suck and it doesn't mean the feud sucked. If the story is good, the match doesn't have to carry the feud. It's when the story sucks that you go, oh my God, this feud was better than expected because their match was great. When you have a knockout drag out fight, the way we had between Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu at Saturday night's main event. One of the reasons why I like that is because these two guys hate each other. They can't stand each other. You saw the backstage personal promo the night before on SmackDown, right? That simple promo where Cody Rhodes is telling Jacob Fatu that he was in prison before WWE and nobody trusted him, that he's a wild caged animal. And Jacob Fatu telling Cody Rhodes that he did not cost him the Undisputed Championship because Drew McIntyre was about ready to walk out that cage door when he slammed the door on the head of Drew McIntyre. Otherwise, Cody Rhodes would have lost the championship anyway. That's enough right there to tell a story and for two people to hate each other. And, I do think that sometimes we complain about WWE creative a lot and we talk about rumors a lot. And I don't know who the hell has Dave Meltzer's contact information in that WWE writing room because Dave did find out the Seth Rollins injury was a work, which was obviously the main sticking point of Unreal Season 2. They did go over to the R-Truth release, which, you know, I do find it kind of hard to believe that R-Truth was never under contract with WWE. I do think his contract probably expired June 1st, and they're probably working out the kinks and the details once the fan reaction got back. And I do think that, it wasn't necessarily part of the plan to have R-Truth interfere in the John Cena and Logan Paul versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes tag team match until they give the fans what they want in R-Truth. But I do think it's fun to talk about R-Truth as being such a valuable character. I do think it's fun watching the rewarding of Naomi and winning the Money in the Bank briefcase and how they plan out the Money in the Bank spots. I do find it interesting that, LA Knight and Seth Rollins, the finisher they were going to book where they were going for the feud with LA Knight and Seth Rollins, with LA Knight grabbing the briefcase and then Seth Rollins pulling him down and stopping him. That's such a better finish. And I do think that it's really cool to see how they put together something and for something to go off script and for them to plan out months in advance. I mean, this is what we always talked about, right? It's under the Vince McMahon era, nothing ever felt planned. Everything felt, at the seat of a fly. WrestleMania card was built 2, 3 weeks out. So to see this long-term plan come together of, hey, Seth Rollins is going to win the Money in the Bank injury. Let's fake a real injury. Let's take a chance. Let's do something that nobody's ever done before. And for Seth Rollins to be on it, you saw Cody Rhodes' reaction immediately. Go, oh yeah, that's cool. And you could tell CM Punk said yes. Like there's not a problem with it. There's no fight back to it. There was all this concern from outside the media that, oh my God, they're going to do, excuse me, a worked injury, and it's going to be terrible, and it's going to lead to all sorts of mistrust in the WWE locker room. And from what I saw on WWE Unreal, while there was concern there from the writers' room, it ended up playing off very well. And so I'm very excited to see moving forward what WWE does with Unreal Season 3. The John Cena retirement tour. I think a documentary focused on John Cena will give you such good insight. I love the fact that they talked about, Pat McAfee and Joey Rowland this season too, two outsiders, and the way they built Joey Rowland, watching him train and the love for the business. Like, I thought season two actually peeled back even less than what season one. I thought season one, they went full in on this is kayfabe, this is what we do. Um, here's this match, etc., etc. And so, for that reason, I do feel like season two was really good. I thought they touched on a lot of characters with personality. Again, Seth Rollins, R-Truth, Pat McAfee, Gunther a little bit, Becky Lynch, and seeing Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria's growth, and how Becky Lynch was very concerned about taking out Bayley, but how we got to the threat match at WWE Evolution and seeing, the things that went wrong in that SummerSlam match with Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch when it came to the zipped ties and then Bayley running in and them creating that story. And now you have Becky going off on her own. You have Lyra and Bayley as a tag team. Like, I'm somebody that, again, only watches Raw or SmackDown, but I love the inner workings of what it takes to put together a wrestling show because there's so many moving parts to it. And I think that's the biggest story of WWE Unreal Season 2. Again, it's going to be for some people, it's not going to be for other people. I don't think this is ruining the business at all. I think, we read rumors and stuff online on the internet all the time. And sometimes the rumors is what gets us hyped for a show. Like that clip from the Brand's World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brand's World podcast right here on YouTube.